Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? Stacey's mom, Stacey's mom, Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me?
Hey guys, I regret to have to say that I have to make a fix-up video for this one. It's almost a year ago now. It doesn't feel like a year ago since I made this video. But, okay, there's this channel, okay? Check it out if you want to. Called Joe PH. J-O-P-H. He always uploads studio acapellas, instrumentals, isolated vocals and backing tracks, isolated instruments, like everything. I don't know where he gets this stuff, but it's crisp. Like, does he have access to an archive of somewhere? Like, I just don't get it. And he always uploads, like, thousands of videos, and he just does it all day. And he always gets his content removed, and he always just re-uploads them, restarts his channel, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I found an acapella of this song, and it was really helpful. The first time around, I was listening to it with just the music, and it had staticky guitar and everything, so it was a little bit hard to hear, but I did what I could at the time. So anyway, without further ado, this is a fix-up video. It's going to be mostly the same, probably even the narrating. I'll probably keep it and just replace the vocals instead. So this is a fix-up video.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mom.
Okay, so that was a demonstration of the lead vocals. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a demonstration of the underlay melody. And, usually underlay melodies have a very simplistic default kind of sound, and most songs have this. So I'm going to show you what this sounds like.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see?
Okay, I'm going to play that with the lead, so we kind of understand how the lead kind of differs from the underlay melody. So check it out.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mom.
So if you were able to make it out, you can tell that the lead and the melody don't coincide exactly, and he's doing his own little twists and curves of his own, which is pretty typical. But anyway, we're going to move on, and I think we're going to move on to a high harmony now. Check it out.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacey, can you see?
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that with the melody so we understand how they harmonize together. Alright, here we go.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see?
Okay, so the high harmony goes, and I waited for so long, which harmonizes directly with the lead. You know how the lead goes, and I waited for so long. So it's like, and I wait, hold on, let me get this. And I waited for so long, and I waited for so long. So that's why they did that, I believe, because as you can hear, the melody, from what I could pick out, has a very default sound, and it keeps that, and it doesn't differ from it. So, she's all I want, and I waited for so long. Instead of how the lead goes, and I waited for so long. So anyway, let's move on now. We're going to move on to a lower harmony now.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can you see?
And just like the other time, I'm gonna play that with a melody as well.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can you see?
Alright, back to present time. What I'm about to tell you right now is actually something that differs from what I originally thought, and I actually thought about it before, and that this is not a two-part harmony, but just the one vocal. And I was probably mistaken by the instrumental. Okay, so far I replaced the high harmony and the lower harmony. I'm not going to replace anything anymore, because I don't need to, but I'm going to add something. So you'll hear that in just a bit. Now back to me from last year. So it might be important to note that in this song there are various places where things meet up with each other. So like the actual lead sometimes meets up with a high harmony, and sometimes it meets up with a low harmony. So like for example, she's all I want and I waited. That falls in line with what the low harmony is doing, and this is something that I've always noticed, how prominent that sounded right there. And I waited, but I wasn't exactly sure at first if the lead was falling into that, but it does. So she's all I want, and I waited for so long. That's why it's so prominent. And I waited. Anyway, let's move on. We're gonna move on to where the chorus gets higher, and this is towards the end of the song. We got a key change, just like a lot of songs do, and this time the lead isn't like following exactly what they're doing. So basically, like the Stacey's mom has got it going on. He's doing all that. She's got it going on, waiting and waiting, right? She's all I want and I'm waiting for so long, waiting and waiting. So he's doing that instead of singing like what the chorus is like. So we're gonna show you the melody now.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to a high harmony, and the chorus here isn't exactly like the other times. Actually, the person who requested this song from me, I believe, was able to understood that there's not a consistency going on here, but it's actually different, minus the ah. So anyway, we got a high harmony here. Check it out.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna be playing that with the melody now as well. But first, just like kind of mentioned before, just like how I mentioned before, that the melody this time around isn't exactly like the melody in the first couple choruses where it had that really default sound. This time it has like a variation. So instead it's like, Stacey's mom has got it going on, she's all I want and I waited for so long. So in the beginning it was, okay, let's say I'm using the pitch of the chorus here now, and I'm doing it as if it was like the chorus in the beginning. It would be, she's all I want and I waited for so long. And the melody would have been, she's all I want and I waited for so long. So it kind of has that variation, if you get what I mean. But anyway, we're going to be playing the melody with the high harmony in the ending choruses here.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, so now I'm gonna play you the lower harmony to the melody. Actually, there are two lower harmonies this time, but the one just under the melody goes like this.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, so something to note. Again, there's inconsistencies here. So this time we got Stacey's mom has got it going on instead of what would have been got it going on like the other time. But then it goes, she's all I want and I waited for so long. So it kind of has that variation there too, which is really interesting. It creates this kind of like dissonant sound in the beginning. She's all I want, I waited for so long. Pretty interesting. Anyway, so I'm gonna play that with the melody as well before getting to the last harmony here. Alright, here we go.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, lastly we got a lower harmony which mimics the highest harmony a lot, but then there's certain areas where it has its little own twists and curves, which was interesting to me because something sounded foreign to me and I had to figure out what it was, and it turns out it's because it has sort of like its own little curves going on. So here we go.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacey, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Okay, so now it's back to me in present time. So I'm going to be adding a low melody. This is something I was skeptical about for a long time. My brother insisted that it was there. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. Turns out that there indeed is. And it's kind of funny because I decided to listen back to the actual song. Because a low melody, that's pretty easy to hear. So I went back into it to see if like it was really hard to hear, and it wasn't even like that hard to hear. I'm like, okay, well, for some reason I missed it. I guess I'm only human, but at least I own up to it and make these fix-up videos. Anyway, we're going to be adding a low melody, but the interesting part about this is the low melody, according to the acapella track that I was able to hear, it actually is sang like how the lead was sang originally, instead of more of like a default sound as it had before. So that's what you're going to hear right now. So have a listen to that.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can you see? You're just not the girl for me. Stacey's mom. Stacey's mom. Stacy, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? Ah.
Okay, so the following clips that you're going to hear is the melody with the low melody. Now, something I would like to note, like I mentioned before, it kind of has a differ in the sense that the melody, the low melody, is actually saying a little more like how the lead was in the original set of choruses. So it goes down like how the lead is, but the top melody doesn't do that. Also, something I want to focus on is the part where it goes ah. So I kind of did this logically from where the melody is coming from, because there's a high harmony, and the way the lowest part is sang, the higher version of that would be the highest, and not like where the melody would be. So it would make sense to me that maybe the harmony makes a drop for the melody, if you get what I mean. So that maybe that the low melody, the way it's sang, because you'll hear that it's different. The way that that's sang is possibly how the top melody is actually sang. So keep that in mind. I'm willing to believe that. So the way the song is mixed is mixed in a way where it's like not so obvious. So I'm open-minded about that. That maybe the melody sounds more, as far as that part, more like the low melody. So anyways, check this out.
Stacey's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? Ah, Stacey's mom. Ah, Stacey's mom. Ah, Stacey, can't you see you're just not the girl for me?
Okay, so I'm leaving you off with that. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time where I'm going to do the harmonies to a different song. So, yep, thanks for tuning into the fix-up video. Sing in harmony, live in harmony. I'll make a fix-up video for the next one I find out has problems with it, if there is. So, anyways, peace and love.